Hey guys, I'm Katie Furney. Thanks so much for stopping by. Just wanted to give a quick introduction. I am a special education advocate and a former special education teacher. So I specialize in the areas of dyslexia, autism, ADHD, and other communication issues, as well as behavioral challenges. So just a little bit about my background. I have my master's degree in special education, and my entire 20+ year career has all been in education. I started off teaching neurotypical kiddos and then pivoted to special education, which is where I found my niche for sure. So I've been lucky enough to work with kids all across the board, from like super complex communication and behavioral challenges to kiddos with dyslexia and other learning disabilities, right? I fell in love with special education because when it's done right, it truly honors the child as an individual, right? So, looking at not just their strengths and needs and preferences, but, their quirks and all those other little things that you can't read about on paper. So what's the role of an advocate? So whether you're familiar with the world of special education or not at all, either way, you likely have never heard of a special education advocate, or at least know, what we do. As a special education advocate, so I am your partner and your ally in navigating special education confidently. Okay, so every advocate, of course, has their own approach. Mine is one that's very collaborative. I truly believe that the vast majority of people around the table are there in the best interest of your kiddo. And differing opinions do happen, and we have to know how to collaborate effectively during that to ensure your kiddo is getting what they need, right? Again, I'm your partner and your ally. So what does that look like? It's very important for me to know your kiddo personally. So that might look like home visits or, school observations, all at a frequency that you feel is comfortable for you and your family, right? Of course, I also attend meetings. I review student records. I ensure that your rights and your kids' rights are being honored by knowing special education law, enforcing that with the schools. So accountability is a huge thing here, right? So you are the expert in your child, and you are not always going to be made to feel that way at the table. However, you are the #1 stakeholder at the IEP table. And while you're an expert in your kiddo, you should not have to be an expert in special education. It is a beast of a world. It's so super confusing. And I'm sorry to say, it's designed to be that way. My job is to be the expert in that area, so you can enjoy your child, which I don't think sometimes I think we lose sight of, because, we're so wrapped up in making sure that they get what they need. And a lot of those tasks aren't fun. Take a deep breath and enjoy your time with your kiddo. Advocacy is not a regulated field in any type of way. So anybody can call themselves an advocate. So I just strongly encourage you to, ask about their experience and their training and their ongoing training to, keep their knowledge and expertise current. Why do you need an advocate? So even when I was a special education teacher, I always said every parent needs a special education advocate for their kid to get what they need. Your kid is at an extremely high risk of not getting what they need and getting lost in the system if you don't have an advocate, right? So the system is utterly broken, a bureaucracy with unspoken policies and procedures, and it's very transactional. So we want to make your kiddo's educational journey, we're going to move it from transactional to personal, from paperwork to progress. Just like if your car was broken down, you wouldn't fix it. You would go to a mechanic. If you're not educated and experienced in special education, why would you know what it is? You wouldn't, right? So you need an expert to be there beside you. If you're feeling, overwhelmed and unsure, which I'm not sure how you wouldn't, being in this world, being a parent in this world, it's a lot, and it's really emotional. I just want you to know that you're not alone, and that's why I created the Connected Student, and it's the place for you. So it's a place where families can feel seen, heard, and their confidence build so that they can ask the right questions and also advocate for their kiddo effectively as well. Together, we will make sure that your child's story is heard, that they are seen, that your kiddo is seen for who they are. That's the basis of the Connected Student. Who is the child? When we connect the student with the right people and the right resources, progress always happens, always. Thanks so much for being here, and I can't wait to connect with you.